You're listening to The Jacob Valk Show. He's breaking down the latest and greatest in sports as only he can. Follow him on Twitter at RealJacobValk. Here he is, Jacob Valk.
Hello, sports fans! Welcome to my first ever show solely about the New York Islanders. I am Jacob Valk. I hope that you enjoyed today's Jacob Valk show. If you didn't listen to it yet, I'll give you a chance to now. Okay, that's enough. On to the Islanders. A team that was doing really well at one point and is now struggling. 4-5-1 in their last 10. They've lost their last 2. Look, we all knew that this team wasn't gonna win every game, but they've regressed hard since their epic winning streak. Seems like a lifetime ago. It really, really does. There are a couple of things that I want to talk about. The Adam Pelech injury and their lack of scoring. I'll start with the Pelech injury. And you saw it on Saturday against the Leafs. This is going to hurt them. And this is going to hurt them a lot. It's clear that Noah Dobson shouldn't be up in the NHL. For God's sake, send him to juniors. Let alone be anywhere close to what Pelech was for this team. Alright, the fix isn't going to be Sebastian Aho. It's not going to be rejiggering the defensive pairs. It's going to be going outside the organization. Something that Lou Lamoriello has not done since coming here. Hallelujah, he traded for Matt Martin. You know what? What have you done for me lately? The list of guys that he hasn't gotten, that he's wanted, runs a mile long. Until Lou Lamoriello goes outside the organization and gets a third-line center and a defenseman. It doesn't have to be a great defenseman. It just has to be a good defenseman. This team is going to struggle. There's only so much that Barry Trotz can do. This plays into the point about the lack of scoring. There's only so much Trotz can do. Alright, at the end of the day, a coach can only do so much. The players are the ones out there on the ice. The players are the ones out there that win hockey games. By the grace of God, Barry Trotz is the head coach of this team. Without him, I shudder to think where they'd be. It doesn't matter what Trotz does with this current roster. Until Lamoriello goes outside the organization for help, this team is going to continue to lose hockey games and maybe even fall out of the playoffs. Tonight they've got the Avalanche at the Coliseum. It's a team that the Islanders should beat. Alright, the Avalanche are built around offense, and the Islanders are built around defense. Usually, not always, but usually, a great defense beats a great offense. So the Islanders should win this game. If they don't, I don't want to read too much into one game, but when you combine it with the bad play of this team recently, hopefully it serves as evidence to Lamoriello that he can't wait until the deadline to make moves. He's got to make moves now. Alright, I don't care what he did with the Devils. I don't care what he did with the Leafs. Trust the process? No. I want to see him bring in outside talent. And I want to see it now. Next week, you're going to get a Brooklyn Nets show with Karis LeVert coming back from injury. Should be fun. Have a lot to talk about. It's easier to talk about a team when they're doing well than when they're doing bad. Tomorrow, you'll get the Jacob Valk show as per usual. Until then, I am Jacob Valk saying that Candlestick Park looked like a graveyard with lights.